Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Khierstyn, and in this quick video, I'm going to show you how to literally step by step easily connect your Klaviyo account with your Shopify store. Klaviyo is an email CRM software that literally allows you to monetize your list. I love it because it not only easily integrates with Shopify, but it's super intuitive for beginners. It's quite affordable and it allows you, it's honestly like one of the best email CRMs that I would suggest for your Shopify store because it allows you to grow with you, even if you only have a couple hundred people on your list or you're stepping in with 10,000. So let's jump into it. By the way, if you're new, my name is Khierstyn and I am an e-commerce strategist. So I work with brands to launch new products, scale existing brands to 7 figures, etc. And if you are enjoying this video, be sure to subscribe for more just like it. So let's dive into the content. Great, so the next thing we're going to do is get set up with a Klaviyo account and integrate that with Shopify and then test it to make sure it is working. So Klaviyo, again, if you are using it or you are just getting started with an email CRM, this is going to be the one of choice that we want to use for e-commerce. So first off, I'm going to go to klaviyo.com. There will be a link to this in the description below this video. And I'm going to go click to sign up and actually create an account and all that. So let's go do that now. All right, awesome. So first things first, let's set up your website. Okay, so I'm going to put my web address right now for this, and you can get this just in the top is going to be yourstorename.myshopify.com. What best describes you? So we are doing e-commerce and we use Shopify, okay? Click continue. What's your URL? So again, it's going to be your store URL. Khierstyn demo is ours for this example. So next I'm going to click on connect Shopify account. So another way to do this is you can go in through the Shopify app library, add Klaviyo, and then go through the login process that way. So this way we've actually gone straight to klaviyo.com and gone from there. So going with that, it's actually opened my Shopify store and we're going to click on install app. Great, so Shopify is now successfully connected. I'm going to click on continue, okay? All right, so you need to go in. All right, so you need to confirm your email. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to click it and confirm email. Awesome. Let's go. Perfect. So I have connected the Shopify storefront. So what I want to do is I want to then in my Klaviyo dashboard logged in, I want to go to integrations and just make sure that Shopify is here. So you can see the sync is in progress. So what this is doing is this is pulling over any customer data or events that have happened from the Shopify store or any products so that Klaviyo can start to integrate that, okay? And one thing that we want to do is you want to go into integrations. When you go to view settings of your Shopify store, you want to select subscribe customers who accept marketing to a Klaviyo list. So you'll see in future training, we are going to have a program to capture traffic and continue to grow your email list. So we will have an email capture form on your website. That's not for this module. That's going to be for a future module that we have. So, but right now, anyone who will subscribe to that, we want to make sure that Klaviyo is pushing that information over to a newsletter just like that. So make sure that subscribe customers who accept marketing to a Klaviyo list, and we'll select newsletter for right now. Okay, and automatically add Klaviyo on-site JavaScript. Absolutely make sure that this is selected. This will add Klaviyo's code essentially onto your website so that Klaviyo can track any events that happen. So anytime a customer interacts with certain pages on your website or that sort of thing, it's going to report that data back to Klaviyo to help you give advanced tracking for future email segmentation and that sort of thing. So make sure that those two are selected and then click on Update Shopify Settings. And then click on Integrate. Okay, awesome. So the last thing we want to do is we want to make sure that there is a snippet of Klaviyo's code on Shopify. So what we're going to do is we're going to click up in top right hand side, go to Setup Web Tracking. And then we're going to follow these instructions. So you need to have a couple of tabs open. First off, you want to have your Shopify dashboard open. Okay, so make sure that's open. And okay, so we then want to add this code here. So I'm going to make sure this is selected. I will then copy that code. And going into Khierstyn Demo, hover over Online Store, click it. You're going to go into Theme. Okay, so under Themes, we then want to hover over Actions and then go to Edit Code. So now what we want to do is we want to go to the Product Liquid theme. Okay, so scrolling down, we can go to product.liquid. Okay, and then what we're going to do, using the same code, we're going to start a new line here. So go to line 37 and then copy and paste it. Okay, and that's going to take that view event snippet from Clavio and put it in Shopify so that that can report data back to Clavio on customers' favorite products and how they interact with your website. So we're now going to save this. Okay, perfect. After that's done, we're then going to add our URL of the Shopify store. So again, that's going to be your https mystorename.myshopify.com. Then you're going to click on Next. Okay. And then what we want to do is we want to open this into a new window. Okay, perfect. So this has opened my store. And you know this works. So this is number 3 is about testing to make sure that that data has reported back to Clavio. And after that, and it's green, data received means that Shopify and Clavio are completely connected now, which is awesome. And at this point, you can then go to build out abandoned cart flows and that sort of thing. So earlier in this program, we wrote some email marketing, but you didn't actually develop it into Clavio. So now what we're going to do, now that this is in Shopify, we're going to show you how to set up your first flow, which will be for abandoned cart. Now that we're all set up, let's build your first flow. So in previous training, we looked at, all right, now that we're all set up with Clavio and Shopify, let's build out our first flow or automation. In previous modules, you wrote out your abandoned cart sequence. Now we're going to put that into action. So the very first thing we want to do actually before we build an abandoned cart flow in Clavio is we want to go to Shopify or whatever other website thing you're using and turn off their automated abandoned cart emails. We are going to use Clavio for abandoned cart or abandoned checkout emails because Clavio offers you a much higher level of customization and targeting than Shopify does. So in order to make sure customers don't get 2 emails when they abandon their cart, let's head to Shopify and actually turn off those abandoned carts. So first off, it's important that before you do this, you select a plan. Otherwise, this option will not show up for you. So we've gone ahead and selected the Shopify Basic plan. What you do from your dashboard is you're going to go to Settings on the bottom here, and you're going to go to Checkout Settings. When you go to Checkout Settings, you will scroll down to the section that says Abandoned Checkouts here. Okay, so we actually don't want to send abandoned checkout emails. So that's the very first thing we want to do, and we want to click Save. All right, now that we've done that, time to go back to Clavio and build out a flow. So 2 ways to do this. You'll either have a prompt on your dashboard to turn on abandoned cart flow, or you'll just toggle over to flows and go from there. So there are 2 kinds of flows that you can have. Let's go to create flow. You can create from scratch and build it yourself, or you can use their standard abandoned cart email by selecting it here or typing it in the search bar. It's important that for abandoned cart, you use Clavio's standard flow for this because they have filters and things that are already prompted. So this sequence is already going to be prompted and settings are already in there to be prompted when someone checks out or starts the checkout process but doesn't actually complete the checkout. So the one that we're going to use, let's use the abandoned cart reminder with this. Okay, you can say, just customize the name here and go to create flow. So when we go into this flow, you'll see that it's auto-populated, but we've created a different flow or a different email sequence from before, or we just have to go in and customize this a bit. So showing you some of the filters that are already there, you can see that this sequence gets triggered when someone starts checkout, and you could show the filters here. Okay, so the filters allow Klaviyo to know not to send this to every single person, but only someone that fits certain criteria. Someone that starts checkout, but doesn't actually place an order, right? So that's where the filters are already pre-built in here. So first off, when you go back to the email sequence that you've written for your abandoned cart, you'll see that the first trigger, we don't wait for 4 hours. We actually wait for 30 minutes. Okay, so that's the first trigger we want to put in. Click on save. And then after 30 minutes of no order, the first abandoned cart email gets sent. So in here, by clicking on it, you can go to edit, and this is how you can edit the content. Okay, so editing the content here is how you can customize it. So first things first, you're going to see this is a dynamic content block. So this is a pre-built-in template for Clavio to pull in what cart data they left. So what item they actually left in their cart. So it's important that you don't delete this. And this dynamic element is something that changes with data. So this is something that you'll likely want to use for other emails. So pro tip, recommend that you save this block so that you can use it. Okay, abandoned cart products is what I do. And I click on save so that in the future, if you want to reuse that dynamic section, you could do that just by toggling over to the elements saved, just like this. You could drag and drop over here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your content and you're going to click into here. You'll change your font. You can customize the font. You can also change the button color. The other thing you could do is you can add different things. Like you can add social links. You can add a drop shadow, spaces between elements, just like that. Okay, so once you've actually gone in and done that, you can also see how it looks on mobile and customize that, make sure it all looks good. Okay, you can also change your template. So Clavio has different templates you can use. So we'll go to change template, and if you just want text only, which most people don't, but text only is an option, but drag and drop, you can select a different template by going through here and see what kind of look and feel you want your emails to have. Okay, so if you want this one, okay, you can go in, click on done. And just like that. So going back into here, we can click on edit, edit content. All right, beautiful. There you go. Okay, and then I'm going to do save content. And that is it. Okay, awesome. So going back to the flow, what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to customize the timer between each email. So the first one, you wait 30 minutes. You'll customize email 1. You'll then go through and wait 20 hours or 24 hours. Do email 2. And then to add a third timer, what you'll do is you will go to drag and drop, because if you go through the sequence, the first email gets sent 30 minutes after abandoned cart. The second one is a day later. The third one is 48 hours later. Okay, so you want to go in, configure time delay by clicking on it. 48 hours. Oh, sorry, this will be 24 because it's 24 after the last email. And then you're going to click on save. You'll do wait 1 day, just like that. Send email 3. and you're done. So after you've customized everything and you've saved your emails, you're going to click on Save and Exit. And that is going to show up here, just like that. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite takeaway was below with it. And of course, if you are an existing e-commerce brand that is looking for help to get your store to the next level, you just feel like you are not seeing the growth you want, be sure to apply for our Scale Mastermind. It is our advanced e-commerce mentorship program for existing brands. And you can find the application link below in the resource section in this video. Apart from that, if you have a bunch of other resources, just go check stuff out below this video. We've got a ton of freebies, a ton of different ways to work with us, but specifically if you're looking for help with your e-com brand, be sure to check out the Scale Mastermind. Apart from that, see you next time.